What's up, guys? Back here, Stranded Deep. Gonna load up episode 3, little adventure series we're doing right now. To see if I can sleep through the rainstorm that I believe is going on. What? Well, that's strange. This, if you watch into my last video, this is not what the weather was like, but okay, we'll go with that then. Now the question is sunrise or sunset? I don't really know. Alright, so I think there are quite a few islands within sight here. This is actually going to be, I think, my base of operations. I mentioned before in the previous video that I have a compass now. And that compass is going to allow me to navigate to these other islands without getting lost, which is going to be awesome. So I'm going to give myself a pen here because this is going to be my center. And I'll essentially know... oh, crap. I left my light on. Hold on, hold on. Let's see. Oh, it doesn't look like there's a battery on it, actually, so I guess it's not that big of a deal. I thought it was burning my battery out on that one. Alright, so... Man, it seems like time is going by really fast. But I'm going to build myself a little base of operations here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to gather some resources, which is pretty boring from here on the island, but it's got to be done. So what I'll do is I'll regroup with you when I've got a pile of, these are my goodies. This is my goodie pile right here. And right here I'll kind of do my, basic survival pile of shit. So I'll see you guys in a bit. Yeah, so one little thing I forgot is you look at my arm right here. Obviously I'm sick. Is that my temperature there? 108? That's not good. I'm not sure if it is, but if it is, it's really bad. So, what I'm going to do is I actually remember I got some antibiotics. Clearly I'm sick, so I'm going to go ahead and take some of those. Drop that, and we'll see if it clears that up. Yeah, it does. So cool. Alright, so now I'm no longer sick. That's going to make my time on this island and the rest of them a lot better. I don't even know what I'm trying to make. Oh yeah, foundation for my house. Alright, so let's go here. Build some supports. Get my house going here. Let's see, roof. I need palm fronds for a roof. Just setting up my base of operations here, so... I should definitely have enough, so let's see here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take some stuff over here. I think the size of the pile is starting to be an issue again, so... So that's campfire, let's see here. Yeah, it was the size of the pile. I had everything I needed, but... So there's that. Let's see... Let's get some... I want to make a bed, so let's do that. I'm not going to bother with any more trees, because that literally, at one time, I don't have a, it's not a crazy computer, guys, but it's reasonably powerful, and I was getting 1 frame per second. The game was just freaking out. So, string, I must need string for a bed. I meant to be taking screenshots of this, so I'm not always trying to recall what I need to make something. Maybe I just need more palm fronds, I don't know. Yeah, there we go. So, you can see I even had a couple extra felled trees here. Alright. So here's my little base of operations. I've got tons of raw supplies over here. I've got some goodies. Treated myself with some antibiotics, that's good. Starting to get hungry again, so let's remedy that. Alright, so now, like I said, I've got a compass. So now we're going to get a plot of things, a plot going here. And the plot is going to be based on the center of my foundation here. So let me get something to write with so I'm not just saying these words out loud here. Alright guys, so believe it or not, see, it's like not being in college anymore. It's like I don't have pens in the house, you know, so it took me a minute to find a pen, but anyway, it's nighttime now. I think this activity of mapping out my surroundings is going to be easier in the daytime, so let's just take a nap here. Okay, so I said everything that we're going to map out now is going to be based on the location that I have here, the center of my foundation. So here's north. Okay, so it seems like we're in the southern... Anyway, not important. So here's north. We got at bearing, we'll call that bearing 9. Bearing 9, we got an island. Writing this stuff down here. Alright, so bearing 9, I have an island. That means if I go to an island, we're going to call this island A. If I go to island A with a bearing of 9 to return to my home base, my bearing is going to be 189. Alright, so now next island. The sun is blinding me. I don't think there's anything else out there, but we'll go to this one for now. So next island is at a bearing of, we'll call it 102. And I'm just going to write this down here. We'll call that Island B. Okay, so Island B is at bearing of 102. So that means to get back, I need to go at a bearing of 282 to return. So as you can see here, there's 282, and you could tell that island I just saw is right behind me. Next island. Make sure I'm not missing an island in the trees here. Alright, so this one's a more distant island. I'm going to indicate this as a longer line. This one's bearing 42. And this will be island C, bearing 42, or 142. Which means to return, we're going to be looking at, God, you can just tell when I'm tired. From 42, do a little math. 322 to return. C. And we'll put a star next to that one just because it's farther away. Alright, next island. Island D is at a bearing of 175. 175 to Island D. And to return there, we're going to be running at a bearing of 355 to return. And let's see what's over there. So this is where it's going to get tricky. I can't really see what's back there. Alright, so there's my 175. And we also got one at over there just past the green ship. So let's see, we go to my... Okay, this is easy to see actually. Okay, so this one's bearing 262. So 262 to get there, we're going to return at a bearing of 82. 082 to return. Alright, next island up. Oh man, is the fog coming in? Bearing 9? Yeah, man, my island at 9 is gone. That is really crazy. It's totally foggy over there. Let's see, I see an island over there. Is supposed to be... I thought I saw an island over here. 102, so that's the next one. Alright, I think I've got them all. So there's my map, guys. What I'm going to do is travel to each, and then decide, okay, from Island A, what bearing do I have to go to get to Island B, for instance. I may actually do that little bit of math, because honestly that's a lot of paddling, and it might not even really be worth it. So let's go ahead and do that math. Bring my map up here again. Alright guys, so I realized something. If all the islands were equally spaced apart, it would be very easy for me to determine, just with a little bit of trig, what bearings I would have to go to get from one island to another. Now it seems like we kind of have two, somewhat similar spacing schemas, and we'll call them close and far. Unfortunately, I don't know how far far is, and I don't really know how close close is. So this island way out in the distance there, obviously closer than this one, but I don't know how much farther this one is. By the way, that's my 142. This is Island C. I don't know how much further Island C is away from me than Island D is, and then that makes it impossible for me to determine how far C and D are from each other. So just for the navigational purposes, there's really no other way for me to do it other than to travel to each. So that's what I'm going to do, and I'm going to get back with you guys shortly. Alright, so here I am on Island A, and this, just based on my bearing of 189, this is the home base. Now, of course, I think, based on that, I would say this is... I'm not sure which one this is. I feel like that one right there is Island F. See, you lose track of them, because as you come to your new island, more islands appear, and they all look the same from a distance. So really, I think my dream of coming up with these lines here, pretty well impossible, because just the way these islands render in and out, it's just hard to keep track of them. It's time consuming to go to each one, even more time consuming to try and keep track of everything. So I think what I'm just going to do is figure out the relative distances just based on how long it takes me to row my boat over here, and that'll just have to be it. There are obviously, I'm in a very good world, because there are, even on this island also, there are just not so much that direction, but over here, I mean, there are many more islands. That is home base, right? Yeah, 189, that's home base. So I'm pretty sure I've seen this island before. My guess is this would be Island B, if I had to guess, but I bet you I haven't seen this island yet from the home base, so quite confusing. Alright, so I'm gonna sail back. Obviously I'm not gonna make you guys watch that again, but 189, here's my bearing, and I'm just gonna time how long it takes me to get there without stopping, and that's gonna help me figure out my distances. This is confusing. So here I am on what I believe is Island B. I kept that 035 bearing the whole time I was coming here, but weird stuff kept happening. I don't know. It took me 5 minutes and 20 seconds to get here, but every once in a while it seemed like, there's like a glitch in the Matrix or something, because it's like every time I turn around it would seem like I regressed backwards a little bit. It was really weird, so I mean, I'm not sure if the game's glitching out and it's making me travel more distance than is actually there or something. I don't even know. But in any event, this one's pretty far away, so I don't think I'm really not really likely I'm gonna come here, unless I have some specific reason. So I'm going to take a quick forage through here, just because I can. You know, it's a big ship. I want to make sure I check that out before I leave. Because like I said, probably won't be coming back here. Better get some air. I'm doing okay. Alright, so got a couple of things here. Getting hungry though, so I think I'm going to head back to home base. It's going on the map, but it was weird getting here. I actually passed a buoy. I actually passed 2 buoys on my way here. And when I passed it the second time, especially after that was like, there was a little glitch in the matrix or whatever, I thought, is this the edge of the game? You know, have I reached the edge? So now I'm just going to kind of keep looping back. It sets me back 100 meters every time I get 50 meters past this buoy. I don't really know. But ultimately I got here, so I don't really know what to make of that. Like I said, it took me over 5 minutes to get here. And I don't know, I just don't want to really do that long voyage again unless I have to, because the last island I went to took me about half that time. So anyway, there's my bearing. We're going to get on it. This is pretty much it, guys. I'm going to keep going, but we're going to cut the video off here. I'm telling you, being a navigator is like pain in the butt, trying to figure out where everything is. So thank you very much for watching. This is episode 3 of Stranded Deep. We're going to come back. When I come back next time, I'm going to have all the islands worked out, and we're going to decide where we want to go to continue this adventure. So thanks for watching.